tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Lance now on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down. Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Lance to throw it. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
To throw, it's Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
54.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Going up top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Swim. Check. Big Ace open.
Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out right. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run. Calais. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point good by Prater. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him in just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Past the 20. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Lance. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw, it's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a play fake. Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down-focus.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Off of play action, here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He's going to air one out. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondell Moore. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals on one play have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to them.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, he's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. 84 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They're down here in the 3rd quarter trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Isabella now from his end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 31, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 39, Murray. Flush to his right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run with Calais. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Second and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. Touchdown! Raymond Calais with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The Niners on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The Lance going to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. They got his man. Complete. A big third down play there for the Niners.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lance looks to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So,
and Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 4. Back to throw. Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lance again. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. J.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room because I just delivered.
And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And now, boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, 42 yards. And the Cardinals extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Back to throw it, Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing